It's a beautiful Friday here on Joy News on Multi TV. The show is Let's Talk Entertainment, and my name is Becky. Stay tuned for more exclusive stories that are making waves in and around our showbiz world.
Like we all know, I think sometime in 2000, the year 2000, a few leaders gathered together to come up with the Millennium Development Goals, and it was given 15 years. This year marks the 15th year. Now, a lot of the projects were not being able to execute because I think they were just too strict, and of course too tight. Now, these 8 goals have been broken down in 17 goals, which means there's enough room and time, and it's been broken into different sessions so we can tackle one of them, get rid of it, and move to the other. But the most important thing right now is that they have 3 extraordinary goals that they have set on to execute in the next 15 years. Now, this includes one which of course means a lot to me, which is inequality and injustice, gender inequality. That has to be eradicated. Of course, extreme poverty. We're looking at getting rid of that in the next 15 years. Definitely getting rid of poverty in all African countries. And of course, we have the last one, which is climate change. Now, climate change is a new thing that has been added because truly looking at it now, the environment is so polluted and it's causing so much illnesses, and a lot of things are going on. Bad water, a lot of diseases are spreading because of climate change. And so these 3 extraordinary goals have been put in there, and we're looking at getting rid of it in the next 15 years. So
I hear you put a song together with the other people, and the song is due release today. Yes. So let's hear your part of the song before we talk more about the project.
Oh God, I was hoping I didn't have to do that. But it's basically an African, so I mean, if you hear it today, you will actually understand where it's coming from. I wish I could do. My voice is so cracked, but
let's just hear a bit of it, even if it's a line or two, just to be sure that Becca was part of the project.
I am part of it. When it's reviewed today, you definitely see them.
Because we haven't seen the video. We haven't seen the video yet.
Actually, the video is not out yet. Today, at midnight, today, the song was actually reviewed. So I mean, it's going to be played for you to all to hear it, and then we can.
I just want to hear your because definitely, I'm sure on all the platforms you go, is going to be the same thing. Oh, can we hear your voice on the song? Can we hear? Let's be the first people to hear your voice.
Oh gosh, goodness. Well, first of all, the song was produced by Kobam, who
is Nigerian.
Amazing artist Kobam, who is just extraordinarily really good. As myself, Yemi Alade, it has Mafiki Zolo, it has Diamond Platinum on it, it has who else? Oputo, who is the producer from I think Zambia or so, very close to the place on it. It has I think Whiskey did something little on it. It has Bisa K'dei as well on it. So it's a song that has a few giants from Africa on it, and I wasn't supposed to review the song until I've gone into the studio. So,
but since you're here, you'll definitely be going to the studio, so it's just the same thing. You're going to go into the studio.
Okay, how about we finish talking and I do it, so that if I crack my voice, then I crack it. I crack it for the last.
Okay, that's fine. But as a female representing Ghana on this project, because apart from you and Bisa K'dei, you are the female of the two of you, and you're talking more about inequality being a subject that you guys are looking at as part of the 3 core ones. What do you feel about inequality in Ghana? Do you think that we are equal to the men?
I think that everyone got created in his own image and likeness. I think we're definitely equal to the men. There's certain things, obviously, that distinguish us, which is most of the time our physical features. But I know a lot of things that men have done that women have done as well, and women have done that men have done as well. And so when it comes to this particular thing, I think it's not just about women being equal, it's also about men. And so our side on both sides, because I'm actually supposed to be, as an ambassador, be for both sides, I definitely will stand for women more, because I believe that a lot of women in Africa now have been depressed so much and suppressed, and it's about time we came out and review our strengths and just know that we're unique and we're special. That's something I always say, and we just need to just be bold, come out there and let them know that there's nothing that we can do under the sun. So I'm actually really happy about this particular thing, gender inequality, because yes, in a lot of parts of I'm a typical example of that. And I've experienced it so much in a lot of things that I've done, even from last year, traveling to Brazil and coming back with so much controversy because they do not believe that a woman can go or do anything with merit. they believe it has to be through something. And so that particular topic, even when we're discussing in South Africa, I said, you know what, this is something that I would like to talk about gender inequality and injustice, because it's still going on in Africa, and I think it's something that should be, really, really dealt with.
Now, you bring the experience in Brazil. You think that a lot of people felt that you went there because you were not qualified to.
Yes.
Now, in your opinion, why would anybody think that you were not qualified to be in Brazil?
Because it's football, and they believe football is a game for men. And so why didn't they choose any other male artist to go? Why did they have to choose a woman to go? I think that's basically it. And that is what that goes back to the point that I'm making, in that they think that some things are just for men only and some things are for women only. But now we have the Women's World Cup. And so I don't see why, as a female artist, I couldn't represent, at the World Cup in Brazil, basically.
Now, on this project, what are you basically going to be doing? Because you've done a song, yes, with other artists, you're talking about it. What extra are we going to be seeing Becca doing?
We're going to be preaching the word. It's the most we can do. I mean, I realize a lot of the youth nowadays do not talk. They do not speak. Politics is becoming a no-go area for them. But these goals are actually has to be signed, and it's going to be signed on the 25th of September in New York, which I'm going to be there, by 193 leaders in all over the world are going to be there, gathered in New York, and they're going to sign this. And so basically what I'm telling them right now, everybody, is that I, as Becca, I'm going to do my part. Everyone else has to come together and do their part. The youth, on the song is the voices of the youth. The verses that we all sang were written from different parts of Africa, and they came together, and we just have to choose it and do it. Even though we are just representing the real and true voices of different African youths, have all come together to do the song. And so it's for all of us. I'm going to be doing what I have to do. I'm going to be talking about it, preaching the word, hoping that poverty, inequality, justice, climate change, and many other things, no hunger, all those things are being dealt with. So it's up to all of us, as well as the youth, to all come together and make this possible.
Again, I want to ask, how did you get this project? Someone will be, oh, okay, then Becca, the our project. Why is it not somebody else? How did you get the project?
Well, actually, got a message from in my inbox, which I have on, which is Becca Music. I got in, they said, you know what, they wanted to get in touch with me. There's a project that they wanted to get in touch with me, and they did. I was like, okay, what is this about? So I had my managers call in, and then they said, okay, they've seen my followings, they've seen what I do, and want me to come on the project. I said, okay, let me just review myself. I read it, and I thought, this is fantastic. This is something I want to do. It means a lot to me. It sounds good to me. It goes well with my brand, and I just would love to be a part of history.
Final two questions, because we want you. Tell Doreen you're back. We'll be with you soon. Now, first one, it's about what language you sang this in, so the people in Africa, would also. Did you sell Ghana? What language?
We did sell Ghana. Bisa K'dei's party added a bit of tree to it, because English is the most spoken language in all of Africa, especially in Ghana. My part was in English, but you could tell from the authentic voice that is definitely African, is Becca's voice. And so, as much as it's an African song that I wanted to show where I'm coming from and sell it, I also wanted to go to different parts of Africa. So my part is in English. Bisa K'dei is also in English, and a bit of tree as well. So we're selling Africa to the world, definitely.
Israeli is worried about you and Bisa K'dei. What's up with both of you?
Why is he worried, though?
Because we see a lot of PDA between two of you. What's happening with Bisa K'dei and Becca?
Bisa is a very good friend of mine. We share a lot in common, and we get along. And so every time we're together, it's just sparkles and sparks and shine.
Some relationship brewing sometimes.
We definitely have a relationship going, because we're doing music together. And so
anything extra?
That's for the future if anything happens. But so far as I'm concerned, we're friends, very good friends.
Thank you.
Thank you very much as well. Thank you.